Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's match between the TSI Bees and the Swindon Wildcats as we open door number 3 on our advent calendar as we head into December and start to get into the business end of the National League Cup, which this game also has points on the line for. And with it being a Swindon Wildcats game, I also have co-commentary tonight in the shape of, Agent Zero. I think I've seen you called Judas so far this year on these ones. Tom Graham. Thank you for joining me. You've got to try and call this down the middle.
Yep, thank you for having me. Unbiased as always. Unbiased.
Going into this game, obviously, I think it's the third week of the Cats only having one fixture on a weekend due to the, now almost finished rink issues at the Link Centre. It's a game, obviously, that they need to win. Cut points on the line. They effectively need to run the table to go into the semi-finals. Yep. But the semi-finals, obviously, are still the aim for the side. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, as you say, they're going to need to be pretty much perfect now in the remaining cup games to get through, but every game is big at this time of year with the cup, and also with league points as well, and getting into every 2 points matters when it comes to that. So yeah, they're going to have to be, as you can see from this table, pretty perfect going through the cup, but also they want to get those big points on the board to be in the best position when we do get back into the Link Centre in a couple of weeks' time.
Also, don't be fooled by the National League table. Yes, the Wildcats are currently in 8th, but as you can see, 5 games in hand over basically everyone apart from the Leeds Knights in the league at the moment. And as people may have seen in the week, the Swindon Wildcats will play, I think it's 9 games in 16 days starting from the 16th of December. One of them is the Bees on a Thursday night, just before Christmas as well. Last night, elsewhere in the league, the Bees, obviously, they went down heavily 8-4 in Telford. The Bees picking up their 5th loss in a row thanks to a 4-goal night from Vladimir Luka. The Hull Seahawks beat the Raiders 4-2. Thanks to 2 goals from Emil Svek. The Solway Sharks picked up an overtime win in Bristol 3-2. The OT winner coming from John Dunbar. And at the top of the table, the Milton Keynes Lightning beat the Leeds Knights 4-1 to give themselves a 4-point lead at the top, but Leeds have played 3 games less. Those two sides meet again, and that face-off is in about 20 minutes of bringing scores when we can through the night. And Tom, the league table started to take shape. The Wildcats, obviously, we know there's been effects of the loss of the rink, the loss of practice time, loss of game time and all that stuff. They've had a few losses that I know from talking to you have been maybe just the effect of that taking place rather than a bad performance. Whereas the Bees, as I said, it's 5 losses in a row. You said last time you were here that November was, this run before Christmas was a big stretch. And at the moment, it's been mission fail.
Yeah, from certainly, if we look at the Bees' recent form, it's not been great. Obviously a couple of bad losses, I would say. Obviously last week, not a great result. Last night, a tough one. Obviously, injuries and suspensions are starting to hurt as well, and that's not just the Bees that are being hurt by that at the moment, but certainly injuries and suspensions have been starting to bite, and they're going to need a big performance tonight to try and bounce back. Equally, being the Wildcats' only game of the weekend, they're going to have to go out 100% because you don't want to be going in through weekends with no points at the moment. You need to be picking up something to keep that momentum going into next week and the week after. And Swindon have a tough double away weekend up Solway and Sheffield next week, so it's a big game for both teams tonight.
Well, Tom mentions injuries and suspensions, and injuries and suspensions have hit the TSI World Bees hard here tonight. They line up as follows, the heavily disadvantaged team tonight. 2, Adam Rossbottom. 5, Oliver Nags. 9, Vanya Antonov. 17, Harry Harkup. 18, Ryan Webb. 21, Marcel Balaz. 23, Dominic Gabai. 24, Dan Rose. 27, Josh Smith. 29, Gianni Fatali. 74, Liam Morris. 75, Brendan Baird. 91, Aidan Doughty. 94, Stuart Mogg. 95, Ty Cathcart. Netminders 36, Brett Shepherd. 44, Ben Clark-Leach, with Bill Webb on the bench. No Britton Priest following his injury in last week's game with Bristol. Harvey and Will Stead sitting out game suspensions following ejections last night in Telford. And Josh Kelly still not available. Tom, it's a very weakened team. Brett Shepherd had a good performance again last night. He was very good in relief when he came against Bristol last Sunday. It's nice to see that a team give a young goalie a chance when the starter has gone down. And Shepherd has proven through 100 minutes that he's more capable of doing it as a backup.
Yeah, definitely. And he's only going to grow into the role. It's obviously very, very difficult for a young netminder like Brett Shepherd to come in to this situation, particularly with a depleted team in front of him. There's a couple of D-men missing from the lineup tonight.
There's only 3 naturalised
D-men. 3 natural D-men missing from the lineup tonight. So it's difficult for a guy who's not played much, if at all, this season into that lineup straight away from an injury. But yeah, he's going to have to, you know, play big, and the team are going to have to be big in front of him.
And also a special mention for Ben Clark-Leach, who is actually a Swindon Wildcats junior, who has been the backup this weekend. He's also done it for the Raiders and Bristol so far this year. So I believe it's just Swindon now to complete the set.
Ironically, yeah, he's going for the southern.
He's going for bingo. At this point.
Yeah, the Southern bingo of the National League.
Speaking of the Swindon Wildcats, the visitors tonight are almost full strength. They're up 3, Balint Pecosdy, 11, Chris Jones, 13, Sam Bullis, 14, Dylan Lipsey, 16, Reed Sayers, 19, Aaron Nell, 21, Luke Johnson, 24, Tyler Plews, 26, Gail Llewellyn, 27, Russ Cowley, 28, Stevie Whitfield, 61, Sam Godfrey, 71, Edgars Bebris, 72, Glenn Billing, 77, Josh Shaw, 78, Jamie Smith, 89, Thomas Malasinski, 91, Colby Tower, netminders 30, Rennie Martin, 62, Tyler Perry, Lee Richardson is the bench coach for the Wildcats, Alfie Druitt, the only man missing for the Wildcats tonight, and Tom Osley, you obviously see them a lot more regularly than I do. I haven't seen them since September. They were very good in that pre-season challenge series against the Bees. Is it a case of maybe the lack of practice has the ability to bite back tonight, or is it a case of they just have to turn up and do a job and give it 110% for one game?
Yeah, I think they've got to give it 110% for one game. Last week in Telford, it was the same situation, and it was a very, very good Wildcats performance. You know, they kept a very good side at arm's length for the majority, and they've got to do that again. They've got to make a quick start, and they've got to take advantage of maybe those fresher legs. The Bees had a tough one last night. But equally, the Cats have got to find some momentum early in this game. They don't want to be chasing the game on this pad against a Bees team with a lot of firepower.
And the Wildcats obviously are quite known for occasionally playing down to their opposition. They've already done it with losses to the Raiders, to Bristol, to Solway this year. And I can comfortably say that, having been a Wildcats fan for years, I've seen it happen myself.
Yeah, and it's easy to do, but you have to kind of limit that. And I think where the Wildcats have done well this year is in those after those games where they haven't played the best. You know, the loss in Bristol wasn't a great performance. The home loss to Solway was a frustrating one with a late, 3 goals in the third period to throw away a lead. They've done well to bounce back after those games and go on a little bit of a run. So, they've had these 2 one-game weekends and they've won both of those games so far. So again, I think Aaron Nell will be saying we've got to replicate that kind of performance and do the job tonight.
Our officials are on the ice. I believe it's 2 Hungarian exchange students.
Yes,
for the evening.
We've sent Stephen Matthews to Hungary for the weekend.
And we've got the return serve. We've got Mr. Gergely Gebai and Mr. James Irons in the Water Wings of Power, Mr. Peter Kovac and Mr. Justin Lalonde on the lines. This is going to be quite difficult for me and Tom for most of the night, but we'll try and muddle through because they're not wearing NIHL jerseys. They are wearing their Hungarian League jerseys, which means they haven't got names on the back. So if we get the officials wrong, we do apologise because they will do it at speed. I think we've worked out that James Irons is wearing 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Because he's the only person I know on the ice that looks like James Irons. And unfortunately for me, Justin Lalonde, who had the great big beard all of November, has shaved it off.
Just in time for Christmas, he doesn't...
It's like, not helpful. We will muddle through with what we can tonight as the Wildcats take to the ice just off camera and about 5 minutes late. Steve Merry will be happy. And we wait for the Bees to be led out in the hangar for the first time by Brett Shepherd in League and Cup action. We'll bring you scores from elsewhere around the league with the 4 other games that are going ahead tonight. Solway versus Bristol, I believe it's at the end of the first period. Tom's frantically checking his phone to see if we can bring a score quickly. We have Leeds MK, Raiders Hull, and Peterborough Sheffield as well.
So the Bristol are 1-1 at the end of the first period in Solway.
Solway 1, Bristol 1 at the end of the first. As the Bees take to the ice, we will have the national anthem from Matchline DJ Danny Purchard, and me and Tom will be back with you in about 5 minutes' time. So the pre-game pleasantries are out of the way. Special mention for Luke Johnson, who missed the national anthem and was walking around the side of the rink there. Me and Tom did our best to try and stifle the laughter a little bit.
Better late than never.
Yep, exactly. He's made it onto the ice eventually. Starting netminder this evening, firstly for the visitors, the Swindon Wildcats, it's Rennie Marr. He comes into tonight 8-6-1, having started all 15 of the Cats games coming into tonight. He has a 4.04 goals against average, an 867 save percentage in 831 minutes in this crease. And who can forget about this time last year, he scored in this rink. Tom will never let me forget that. At the other end for the TSI World Bees, it's a first start in this building for Brett Shepherd. He comes into tonight 0-1-0 on the season, picking up his first loss in Telford last night. A 6.21 goals against average, an 848 save percentage in 116 minutes. This is his fourth appearance of the year, having made 2 appearances in relief up in Hull and here last Sunday in Bristol. Tom, on paper, the netminding matchup is obviously heavily skewed towards the Wildcats, mainly just on the experience of Rennie Marr.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, Rennie Marr, numbers-wise, hasn't had the best season of his career, but he's a proven netminder in this league. He's been a starter in this league for 5-6 seasons now, whereas, obviously, Brett Shepherd making his second career. Did he play a couple last year?
This is his third career start. He made one in the COVID year up in Sheffield, and his second start was last night in Telford.
Yeah, so obviously he's got plenty of starting experience with the Slough Jets in the NIHL South 1, but obviously there is a step up and he's still learning at this level. So yeah, the netminding matchup, you would say Rennie is the more experienced netminder, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. At the end of the day, the Bees have the firepower to score goals against the Wildcats team. So
very good in his relief appearances, particularly last Sunday in Bristol, where he comes in half an hour in and wins man of the match. As Mr. Gerby gets us underway, the Bees start off with the opening draw. As Mark tries to clear the zone, kept in. Offside is waved off. Wildcats into the zone at speed. Chance in front towards Nell from Malasinski, misses over a stick. Shot again comes in from the point. Nell not there for the rebound. This is the first save for Brett Shepherd on the evening. He's able to clear the zone and regroup. It's going to be very interesting what the Bees do just in terms of D-men tonight, with only 3 recognised D-men in the lineup. Brendan Baird, Stuart Morgan, Ollie Nags. Goodbye, cross ice fired across. Bounces his way down to Balaz. All 3 imports on the top line for the Bees this evening. Balaz loses control of the puck. Wildcats will break the other way. Llewellyn weaves his way through centre ice, through to D-men. Llewellyn in front. That shot is wide. Arm in the air from referee James Irons. The Bees will touch up. Penalty coming on the Bees early on. High sticking is the call. Not sure who it was on. It's on Liam Morris.
Yeah, it looks like Liam Morris into the box.
Liam Morris, 2 for high sticking, timed at 59 seconds.
Couple of early warning signs there for the Bees. There was one there where Brett Shepherd made the save, but Aaron Nell and Thomas Malazinski have both been left open in front of the net. Unfortunately, the rebound kind of popped away off Aaron's stick, but you don't want to be leaving the players in front of the net like that.
Bees win the draw. Wildcats on the power play this year, 21 goals so far in the 15 games, 31.82%. The Bees 14 penalty power play goals given up, and some idiot who shall remain nameless, me, forgot to do the maths on that. Wildcats win the draw. Back it comes to Nell. This is a stacked power play lineup. Malasinski keeps that in the blue line. Finds his way around to Cowley. Cowley to Nell, back door, shot across the goal, bounces over the net. Kept in by Jones. Dumps it down to Cowley. Nell loses the puck. Mogg with a good poke check there. Webb is able to get it away and out the zone. Wildcats from their own end. Into the zone comes Chris Jones. Balaz able to get that away. Tries to hook that towards Dubai. Nell is back there for the Cats. Cowley towards the centre of the zone, given away. Mogg is able to clear. Mogg out of his net to play it.
This is one thing I find with the Wildcats power play is it's very effective until the puck comes out of the zone, and then they do struggle to sometimes reset and get the puck back over the blue line and settle down again.
Malasinski with it behind the net, back out in front. Shot from Llewellyn is wide. That will go round the boards and out the zone. Both teams able to change some players on the line. 40 seconds left on the Morris minor. Always fun to say. Wildcats into the zone. At the left-hand side, Beveris. So it's not even Bebris, I've got the wrong one, it's because the orange stick. He gives it up to Antonov. Antonov with a short-handed chance, moves his way up through the middle. Across to Vitali, who flicks into the opposite corner. Cats are able to quickly turn it over and regain possession. Under 15 seconds left on the penalty. Llewellyn into the zone, snaps a shot. Shepherd kicked away. Llewellyn picks up the rebound. Down low to Bukowski, drops it off. Nobody picking up Llewellyn through the centre. The Wildcats still with a chance in front. Saved by Shepherd. Sailors with a chance. The Bees turn full strength. Morris straight out of the box at the right hand side. Blown tyre from man in front. Liam Morris in front of the net. Saved by Marr. Comes up big at the other end. Nearly a disaster there for the Cats, but well spread out by the big Scotsman.
Yeah, D-Man loses his edge there. Sam Godfrey it was who lost the edge, but that's a big save from Rennie Marr, who hasn't, I don't think, faced the puck yet. And the first shot he's faced is 3 minutes into the game and a breakaway. And yeah, that's a really big save from Rennie.
Morris straight out of the box and almost with an instant impact as the Cats win the draw thanks to Glenn Billing. Attempted clearance is kept in the blue line. Morris playing D, that one leaves the zone and is out. So we're wondering what D pairings would be. We've got Liam Morris and Brendan Baird for the Bees on this one.
It makes sense. You've got a guy in Liam Morris who played a lot of D for Basingstoke last year, and obviously Brendan Baird was on that Bison roster as well, so they would have played together, so it kind of seems a natural guy to drop in.
It's a logical pairing.
Yeah.
Something that can be said for this.
Yeah, yeah.
Cats win the draw just outside the zone. Puck played ahead to Shaw, tips it ahead. Icing waved off, bounces off the side of the net. Shepherd punches it behind to Morris. Jones is there for company. Cats able to just dig it out. Godfrey back down low. Shaw doesn't see where it's going. Morris able to collect. Morris now loses an edge. Baird is there to clean up. Smith tries to chip ahead. He's bundled down. Webb collects a loose puck. Gets over centre ice. Dumps it ahead. With it. Turned over at centre ice. Mulga with the puck now. Attempted chip in by Baird is blocked instantaneously. Kept in by Balaz. He coughs it up. Now we've got the Cats up the left hand side. Malasinski chips it ahead around Baird. Goodbye, able to get it away from Nell. Mogg off the glass. He's not able to clear the zone. Now they'll try and settle it down with Brendan Baird from behind his own net. He moves it to Mogg. Baird attempted cross-ice pass, turned over. Aaron Nell will step in. Shot off the side of the net, picks up his own rebound again, coughs it up almost immediately to Stuart Mogg. Bees can't get it away at the moment. Chip down low, Nell will come from the front of the net to try and play the puck. Mogg will beat him to it. Goodbye, ahead to Balaz. Balaz cross-ice to Vitali. Vitali tries to work a shot angle. That's quickly closed up. Antonov off the bench. Gets poke-checked away by Malasinski. Wildcats finally able to bring it away. Malasinski will wheel in on his own. Ollie nags the beat. Strives as he comes way around. Good move, good from Ollie Nags to stand the man up. Vitali off the pass from Antonov. Takes him to the corner. Brought away by Cowley. Cosby tries to chip it cross ice. Ollie Nags once more jumps in front of Colby Tower on that one. Morris from behind his own net. Cross ice, I think, was aimed at Ollie Nags, but he wasn't ready for it, wasn't aware of it. And now he is. Morris finds him this time, fires it up the left-hand wall. Rossbottom gives chase, Plews pings him to the wall. Cats able to turn it over. There's been a lot of lost edges so far in this first 6 minutes. Shot from Rossbottom is blocked in front, he picks up the rebound, tries to go down low, kicked away again. Shot comes in from Baird, kicked away by Marr. And the Wildcats able to clean up the trash. Cowan tries to chip it away from Baird. Baird is able to knock it back momentarily and let the Beast set up once more. Cats try and come on the left hand side with Cosby. He's quickly dispossessed by Morris. Hansenov, cross-ice pass attempted to Smith, who will knock it on the head. Might have his net to play it, can't get near it. Godfrey collects the loose puck, Ryan Webb bearing down on him. Loelle from behind his own cage now, he'll hold on. Right, weaving his way through centre ice. Chips it round Smith, blows past him. Can't get to the puck in time. Mogg beats him to it. Webb will now have to go up the right-hand side. Skates in, cross-ice pass finds Doughty. Doughty to the front of the net and Ryan Webb crashing in. Mogg with a shot, that's gone wide. Rebound chance comes off a Wildcats defenseman. Sort of fluttering wide of the post on that one.
Yeah, it's one of those shots that the puck...
Bees with a wrap-around chance in front of Balaz. That's saved by Marl. Left leg planted against the post. And there's a penalty coming on the Wildcats here. Tripping is called. 7:30. So the Bees will get their first opportunity. They're at 16 power play goals on the year. 5 of them are from Marcel Balaz and Dom Gabai each. While the Cats have given up 14 power play goals so far, 80.28. That took a heavy hit last weekend, or the weekend before, I should believe, and they gave up 3 in one night. Gabai, shot from the point, saved by Mark. Ant's not able to get it away from Blues. Back to Vitali. Around to Gabai. Gabai looks for an option. Shot fired in over the bar from Balaz. Back to Gabai, stepping in. Shot through traffic, glove down by Marr, eventually cleared. Cats will try and clear it. Wasn't the intended destination of Malasinski's pass. Gabai picks it off. Antonov. Into Vitali. Back down, Antonov tries to get back up to Gabai on the blue line. Pack eventually finds its way there. Towards traffic, kicked away by one of the Wildcats D-men in Tyler Plews. Turnover immediately though. Vitali just about keeps that in momentarily. Gabai able to prevent a Balin Pekozdi breakaway there. Just under a minute left on the Johnson line. Gabai up to Vitali. He drops it off for Antonov. Steps inside his man. Back to Gabai. Gabai winds up 5 shot. That one is into the glove of Marr. He'll hold on. 11:02 remaining in the period. 40 seconds left on the Johnson line.
Been a fairly cagey opening to the game. I think, you know, obviously there were some early warning signs for the Bees. I think the last maybe 5 minutes or so they've done a better job of stopping the Cats from getting the zone entries and have kind of settled into this game a bit more, and it's been quite even so far.
The problem they had in that first minute particularly was they were just sort of letting the Cats burst through centre ice. That's what they need to shut down. It was a problem they had last weekend as well against Bristol. They just sort of ceded centre ice and let them have it, whereas Bristol did a good job of keeping shots to the outside. So I think it's something that the Bees, especially tonight, need to work on. The Cats, you can tell there's that little bit of thinking we can just chip and chase and get round them, and it's worked so far. It already feels like it's a when not if scenario. Bees with it. 30 seconds left on Josh Myers. The puck is pinned to the boards. Finally knocked loose. Finds his way back to Baird. Baird, shot tipped in front. Rossbottom with another chance. Rossbottom again. Marr, 2 big saves. Smith still with it. 10 seconds to go. Smith from behind the Cats net. Looking for an option. Goes to Morris on the blue line. Cross to Baird. Shot is blocked in front. And the Bees will retreat. The Cats will return to full strength. Off the block shot by Colby Tower. Rossbottom. Cross ice attempted to Smith. He is ushered away by Whitfield. Cats clear the zone. Rossbottom is there to collect. Morris. Steps around short. His attempted pass picked off by Bullis at centre ice. Bullis meets the wall of Brendan Baird and Justin Lalonde.
And in a barrier that's tough to pass.
Exactly. Bees able to chip it clear with Ryan Webb. Doughty gives chase. Cats get there first and are able to clear. Nags keeps it in the blue line. Fired towards goal. Comes off the backboard. shot from obscene angle in front. Mara again with another big save. The Bees think they've scored. Puck still loose. Whistle finally goes. And I think somehow that stayed out. I think we're going to need producer Nick.
Yeah, not sure what happened here. Puck scrambling around.
Hits
the post.
Bar post across the line.
But to be fair, Mr. Gabai, the Hungarian referee, called that spot on. He was in a great position, and I don't think that has crossed the line.
Nick, is there any chance we could just wheel that one more time?
Like,
I think that stayed on the line. That is.
Yeah, I think that's rolled across the line.
Puck luck at its finest.
Yeah, so let off for the Cats for sure.
He's even slowed down for his Doughty with a shot. Bar post along the line.
Jamie Smith hooks it back into Renimar's pads. I think that's a really good call from the Hungarian official there.
It was a phenomenal call. Phenomenal call, phenomenal puck luck, phenomenally unfortunate for the Bees, and a bit of phenomenal D work there from Jamie Smith as well. Cats into the zone the other way. Cross-ice pass almost tipped in front by Billing. Luckily it's wide. Balaz with the puck, finds it across, finds Vitali. He chips it on ahead. Malison's going to be the first player there. He leaves it for Whitfield. Cats try and leave the zone. Billing back to Malasinski. Stepping in, fires a shot, gloved by Shepherd. It's probably the first shot that Brett Shepherd's been able to see the whole way. Gloves it well. 9:05 to go. A good shot from Malasinski using the Z-man as a screen. Well seen by Shepherd.
Yeah, well watched, and obviously made sure he held on to that. Didn't give up a rebound with Glenn Billing crashing the net, so that'll do his confidence a bit good.
Face-off will be to his left. Cats win the draw with Russ Cowley. Cosby. Cross-ice pass, no one picking it up, and the Wildcats will open the scoring as no one picks up the trailing forward. I believe that's Colby Tower. 11:05, and the Cats open the scoring with Colby Tower's 5th of the season.
Just a momentary breakdown on D from the Bees. I can't see that. It's Balaj, I think it is, who just gives Colby Tower just a bit too much space, and that's a great shot. Goes high over Shepherd. Not a lot that the netminder can do from that spot.
It's a great finish. It's, you know, the tightest of angles to get that over Shepherd's shoulder and in. Yeah, you've got a good pass as well from Crosby to see the open Colby Tower.
Yeah, you've got to say, just there from Balaj, a player of his experience, just had that momentary loss of concentration.
Tower from Pecosdi and Godfrey is the first Cats goal. Pecosdi on the puck now. Cats with it, cross-ice pass. Puck finds its way ahead to Cowley. Dropped off to Pecosdi. Back across it goes, another shot comes in, that's off the cuff of Shepherd. Morris is able to beat Tower to the puck. Bees bench didn't like Colby Tower's, well, I'm going to say slash on Morris there. I think it was more just momentum as another penalty comes in on the Wildcats here. Wait and see what that was. 2 minutes for something at 11:52. We'll wait and see a signal.
Boarding,
Boarding is the call.
Sam Godfrey.
So the Cats will go back on the penalty kill. 11:52, 2 for boarding on Sam Godfrey. I believe the Bees bench wanted the call on Morris, who I believe held on to Colby Tower's stick there at the end of that one. That one is one of those we've seen it called, we've seen it not called.
Yeah, it was one of those there. Was there a little bit of a slash there from Colby? Possibly. Was there a bit of a hold from Morris? Also possibly.
It was a bit of a momentum thing of Tower swinging around with it again.
So, but yeah, you've got the call down the other end, and I think whenever you make a hit around the boards, there's a risk of it being called, whether or not.
Especially nowadays.
Especially nowadays, it's something that they're clamping down on and really looking at the moment.
Beans with it. Balaz from the left face-off circle. Back up to Gabai. Balaz shot wide of the net. Come around the other side to Vitali as they try and move the Wildcats penalty kill. Gabai steps in, around and blocking Chris Jones. That shot is blocked by the training beam now. Gabai, round it goes to Balaz. Tries to go through the crease. Another good stick in the lane there by Tyler Plews this time. Goodbye to Antonov. Cleared once more. Shepherd will have to come out and play that one. Thinks about it, does a good job of possibly faking out Glenn Billing for a split second, and buying himself the time to get it away. Vitali leaves it for Goodbye. Just under a minute gone on the Godfrey Minor as he finds Balaz. Cross to Vitali, does a good job of getting that and staying on side. And then does pin himself into trouble. Finds his way right into Balaz. Tries to drop off to Goodbye. Antonov steps in. Slap pass across to Goodbye away from Malasinski. Bounces off the boards and Malasinski is able to clear it up ice. Antonov now wheeling through centre ice. Round tower. Drops it off in front to Rossbottom, and that's another big save from Rennie Marr. It's a good move from Antonov to get around the net. Drops it off to Adam Rossbottom, who no one picked up.
Yeah, breakdown there from the Cats' defence. Plews comes across to cover the angle at the back post, and I think Pecosdi doesn't pick up the trailing Rossbottom, and that's a big save again from Marr.
It shows one of those things of just the confidence side of hockey. Adam Rossbottom's got the one goal this year. Yeah. I think if that falls to possibly anyone else on the team, that's in the net.
Yeah, if that falls to, a Goodbye or Bellagio. Oh,
a shot from
Big deflection.
Takes a few bounces. Rennie Marr able to read it and just push it aside. The Godfrey Miner's just about up. 5 seconds now. Puck finds way back to Baird. Baird shot in front. That takes a deflection in front and goes in. And the Bees get a power play marker just as it expires. 13:50. And we're going to give it to Brendan Baird to start with. We'll wait and see on the replay.
It got a bit scrabbly there from the Cats' penalty kill. They couldn't clear the zone. And Josh Smith, I think, in front of the net.
It's a Josh Smith tip-in in front.
The man just gets free. It's a good tip, and not a lot that Rennie Marr can do about that. He's made 3 or 4 big saves there, Rennie, but you can't do much about a deflection like that in front of the net.
I think the problem as well on that one is because he goes down to block the shot and maybe moves just that little bit out of position. He's expecting the shot to come from Baird. He fires it up to Smith with the tip in front. And Josh Smith gets his 3rd goal of the year on the tip-in. Cats with it, chipped ahead. Tower gloves it down. Cross ice attempt pass from Pullis. Mogg able to bring it away from Shaw. Nags gets it away from Tower but gives it to Pullis. Tower. I didn't hear any assists on that.
No, I think it's definitely Baird.
Brendan Baird definitely gets an assist on that.
I mean, I would say it's probably just Baird because the puck was cleared to him by a Wildcat, so I would go with that's going to be an assist to Baird.
I mean, it should be.
Or potentially just missed on the call by the lefts there, but yeah, I think that is Smith from Baird.
Jones is stopped at the blue line by Goodbye. Bees the other way. Goodbye shot from the tight angle is over the glove of Marr. At the other side, Llewellyn will set the Wildcats on their way the other way. Jones tries to backhand flip it towards goal, instead settles on finding Sayers down low. He's able to bring it away. Monk coughs it up to Llewellyn, tries to go to a waiting read Sayers. Ollie Nags did a fantastic job there in the passing lane. Nags again drops it off this time. That finds his way round to Goodbye. Goodbye round the net, leaves it for Vitali. Bala, sorry. Shot from Nags, that's wide of the net, that finds Vitali. Nags can't keep it in the blue line, pass just an inch away.
Might have taken a tip off Llewellyn as well, I think, on the way out.
Balaz drops it off for Goodbye. Cross ice fired across. Momentum not the friend there for Ollie Nags this time. Goodbye again stops Malasinski at the centre ice. And goes for a change. Wildcats happy to take it back. 4 minutes left in the first period. And icing called. There was 4:05 left on the clock.
Again, good work here from the Bees defensively, just to kind of keep the Wildcats outside and not be able to kind of get through the middle of the zone, as you were saying earlier. Yeah, like I said, that's definitely been a big thing for them.
I think the Wildcats also know that they don't need to go 110% straight out of the gate here. They can build into it. The important thing is, if they could get back in front again, how do they capitalise? The Bees have been quite prone over the last 18 months to 5-minute mini collapses. It almost happened. It happened in Telford last night. They were 3-0 down, they gave it 3 goals in 90 seconds.
Yeah, happens to all teams.
Morris steps in, shot kicked away by Mark. Malisinski collects the loose puck. Long stretch pass to Nell. Aronell will try and outbeat Brendan Baird. Icing waved off. Buck down Aronell again. Aronell, that shot seemed to hit Shepherd on the mask. The referee thought about it. Play on. Billy shot in front, and that is trickled in. And that is really unfortunate. Glenn Billing with a pass that, let's face it, he's kind of fanned on. It's found Aronell, and he sort of flipped it hopefully towards goal, and it's trickled into the net. 16-32.
I think Glenn Billing has just thrown that pass in front of the net. He's not had many options, and it hits Shepherd on the stick and
falls to Nell.
Fallen to Nell, and he kind of it's hit Shepherd on the way through. I don't think he was aware of where it was, and Nell has just poked at it in front of the net. It's a goal scorer's goal, that one.
Aaron Nell's 11th of the year. I'm going to say it's probably one of his more spawny ones this year.
Yeah, I was going to say it's one of those things. When you're a player like Aaron Nell and you know where the puck, the net is, sometimes the puck luck just bounces your way.
Right place, right time. Aaron Nell's office is right in front of the blue paint. We say about puck luck in hockey. At one end you have Aidan Doughty. Everyone hit the bar, hit the post, roll along the line and cleared, and Aaron Nell gets one where he gets almost 1% power on the shot and it trickles over the line and goes in.
Yeah, sometimes it's just how it goes. Nell from Billing and Malazinski, the call on that one.
Yep. I think that makes Thomas Malazinski's 30th point of the year. No signs of slowing down from him just yet. 30 points in 16 games, almost at 2 a game.
Still got it. Still got it.
Whereas in our case, you can't lose what you never had.
Yes.
Cats with it, just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Cleared up ice to Pecosdy. He's able to get it away from the linesman and the boards. Shoots ahead. Mogg gloves it down. And good forecheck here from Pecosdy. He bats that attempted clearance down again. Tries to get it away from Mogg. Doesn't give him a second on the puck. But he's finally clear. Johnson cross ice. Joshua can't get that under control. Icing signalled and called with 2:17 to go in the first.
Just a bit too much on the pass there from Johnson. He's overhit that, but if he gets that on the tape, I think Josh Shaw is away. There was a D change going on from the Bees, and Shaw had a lot of space, and he's a really quick player. He's rapid, so I think Johnson Luke will be frustrated that he's not made that pass there.
We said about D-men for the Bees tonight, it's just the 4 by the looks of it so far in this first period. They're going to be in for a tough night, all 4 of them. The longer this goes on, penalty called by both officials. That's going to be interference, I believe. No, it's gone down as a trip.
Yeah, it could have been either. It could have been either. Yeah, it could have been either. But yeah, he's taken the guy out, unfortunately, on the way through.
We talk about D-men, and Brendan Baird heads to the box. 2 minutes of tripping.
I think that's
17:52.
That's probably one of those where, with the Wildcats having a man over and stuff, you kind of take one for the team. You take the penalty and hope you can kill it off, rather than let maybe the Shepherd face a 2-on-1 break. But
as the Cats win the draw from the Cowley, fired around the boards. Malasinski, down low to Jones. Cross ice to Nell. Puck bounces over the stick of Jones, gives Mogg a chance to jump in ahead. Towers' attempted pass is blocked by Balaz. Down to Malasinski once more. His pass picked up by Morris, tries to fire out of boards, hits Malasinski on the side of the head and stays in the zone. Nell is able to fire it down to the pole. Tower, down to Cowley. Works his way back up to Nell. Nell shot through traffic, blocked in front by Mogg. And Morris will clear that the length of the ice. Bees will change. Long stretch pass up to Reed Sayers. Sayers tries to drag Morris out of position. Round the back of the net he goes. Sayers takes on a lap of the Bees zone. Well, finds Cowley. Final minute of the first period. Just under 50 seconds on the Baird minor. Cowley Back to Malasinski, cross-ice attempted pass to Llewellyn, takes a few deflections off Sayers and Morris. Malasinski winds up, fires, that one, again, much like Stuart Mongs earlier, flutters wide off a couple of deflections. Down low to Cowley, 30 seconds left on the power play. Sayers, being kept to the outside, Pecosdy bounces over his stick, Morris can't get ahead of Llewellyn. He finds Pecosdy once more. He's doing a good job on his killer, just not giving up anything in front of net. Pecosdy shot fired, another few deflections, that takes it wide. Morris fires off the boards, once more kept in. Pecosdy, that pass is picked up by Morris. Bees return to full strength. Llewellyn, 3 seconds left. He'll hold on to it in the corner. And we get to the end of the first period with a bit of a coming together between Llewellyn and Morris. Nothing doing there, both laugh it off. Teammates last year in Basingstoke. And 20 minutes gone here in Slough on a largely even period. The Cats lead 2-1, taking the better of their chances. A finish from Colby Taft sniped high over the blocker of Shepherd, and Aaron Nell, again, one of his luckier goals he'll score in his career as it trickles over the line, cancelling out the equaliser from Josh Smith off the shot, off the tip in front on the power play marker. Tom, a fairly even 20 minutes.
Yeah. Neither
team really grabbing the initiative, but it feels like this game has plenty more to come.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think either team have really got going to their best hockey yet. It's been a bit sloppy at times, but as you say, it's taken a bit of a lucky bounce to give the Wildcats the lead. But yeah, I think there's still plenty of game to go. Well, there's still 2 periods, but I think there's a lot more for this game to give in terms of quality from both teams. I think they've got more gears they can go through.
Well, we'll have plenty more to come in the following 40 minutes. We'll be back in about 15 with the scores from around the league and the stats from that first period. Welcome back here to Slough for the second period between TSI Wellbees and the Swindon Wildcats. As Tom just sorts out his headwear. Elsewhere, it is Solway Sharks 2, Bristol Pitbulls 4 at the end of the second period. It is Leeds Knights 1, Milton Keynes Lightning 1 at the end of the first. It is Raiders 0, Hull Seahawks 1, Emil Seck with a goal there for the Seahawks. And Peterborough 0, Sheffield 0, though that game has just started. Here at the end of the first period, the Cats lead 2-1, somewhat fortuitously, with an Aaron Nell poke into the net. I'm not going to call it a shot. Shots on goal in that first period, there were 9 on Brett Shepherd in the Bees net, 14 on Rennie Marr in the Cats net. I mean, it says the goals Glendon, there was definitely Aaron Nell.
Yes. Yeah.
Nell and Tower with the goals for the Wildcats, Josh Smith with the goal for the Bees, 2 penalties apiece, as the Cats are on the ice below us. Tom, the shots on goal feel about accurate. I think you could argue that the Bees are on more shots, but they've not necessarily been as good quality chances as the Cats ones were.
Yeah, I mean, Rennie Marr had to make 3 or 4 big saves in that period, but I think, yeah, there were some lower quality shots from the outside from the Bees. I think they've tried to kind of make sure they're getting plenty of rubber on the net, whereas I think the Cats have been trying to work opportunities. They haven't, we were saying they've been struggling to maybe to get that zone time, but they've had 2 really big chances and they've taken them both.
The Colby Tower goal off a phenomenal feed from Banner Pecosdy. Again, no one picking him up back door. Josh Smith with a tip off the power play point shot from Brendan Baird. There's Aaron Nell with a bit of puck luck as referee James Irons gets us underway for the second period. Cats in the opening draw. Blues tries to fire it up ice. Stopped at the centre ice line. Bees unable to get it in. Bebris taking the puck away from Vitali. Mags will try and beat Aaron Nell to the puck. Mock fires around the boards. Only Nell is there. Nell turns, spins, fires. Shot away. Malasinski tries to go back into the blue line. That can't be kept in by Bebris. Bebris fires ahead to Malasinski. Cross ice to Llewellyn. Monk tries to clear it. That takes a bounce off of one of the advertising hoardings, sends it back towards the Cats forward. Llewellyn back up to Godfrey. Penalty coming here on the Wildcats as the Bees will go up ice. Frantically trying to call Brett Shepherd over. Brett Shepherd has not been seeing the bench. And the Cats finally touch up. Interference is the call from Mr. Goodbye. As Gail Llewellyn heads to the box, 21-10 the time of the penalty. And the Bees will head to the power play for the third time tonight. They've already scored on their second chance. First of the second period. The Bees win the draw. Vitali goes cross-eyes to Goodbye. Goodbye steps in. Now wants to challenge him, finds Vitali back door, and Gianni Vitali works the shot in from close range, and the game is all tied up at 21-21. The American gets his 4th of the season.
That's nice work from Goodbye to just, patience here. The man, Tower, just draws up, and Vitali just dropping into the slot there. That's a really good finish. That's a quality finish from the import. Through a screen, use I think Tower and Godfrey as a screen in front of the net, and yeah, really good finish, and we're tied.
It's a really good finish from Vitali, as Tom says, and I know that that's something Haronel will not be happy about. He does not like giving up shots from anywhere between the hash marks.
No, exactly. That will be that clip will be cut up for video sessions in the week, I think.
Cowley brings it ahead for the Wildcats as they step into the zone. Shot across goal, blocked by Nags as the goal comes off from the momentum of the Bees D-man. I'll kind of listen in for the assist. We know it's Vitali and Goodbye. There's the goal coming off. There's Tara and I believe, no, it's not. It's Baird.
So it was just Goodbye on the assist on that one.
Yep. As if Don Goodbye needed any more points. That's now number 44 for the season. It's only December. It's one of those things I said to you earlier in the year as well, Tom, about that Don Goodbye hasn't played a full season for the Bees yet. And I think the amount of points that man has scored, I think it's well over 250 as the Bees. Great away with Antonov. Antonov steps in on goal. That shot is off the shoulder of Mar and over the bar. Kept in at the blue line. Crossbottom thinks to bounce away from Rose. Rose able to get it back under control. Baird shot blocked by Shaw. Antonov gets away from Jones and goes to the feed back into the slot, and Shaw is there to intercept. Bees with it once more. Rossbottom into the zone, works the shot straight to the chest of Mai, doesn't hold on that time.
Kind of got caught between the blocker and the stick, and he couldn't grab it with the glove.
Able to push it away from danger. Jones is there to clear up. An icing called as Whitfield clears the puck. The same about Don Goodbye there, Tom. I think it's over 250, and close to 250 points now for the Bees without playing full season. It really feels like I'm going to tempt fate here and say it really feels like he's going to get a real good chance of getting 100 points this year.
Yeah, you'd have to say so. He's obviously such a key piece to the Bees. This top line is their scoring line, and Goodbye is obviously a really key part of that. And you've got to think, with the way the Bees set their lines up, he's going to have a chance to get that 100-point season this year if he can stay free of injury and suspension.
And also, we can't talk 100-point season without mentioning Thomas Malasinski, who did it last year. Aronel, who
done it many times,
and would have done it last year had he wanted to play the last game of the year here. Again, you've got to think with the Wildcats, there's plenty to come once they're back in the link in 2 weeks' time. 7 home games in 2 weeks, starting on the 16th of December for them. Tom is both looking forward and dreading it.
It's busy Christmas.
Malasinski steps in his own shot. That is an absolute snipe from the pole. And just as we say, 100-point seasons when Thomas Malasinski fires his 10th, bar down on Brett Shepherd, 23-11.
Well, we know Thomas Malasinski's got this in his locker, and kind of see him cut from the far end of the ring, cut through and get the shot away. Here we go. Yeah, just beats the man between the two and rips the shot over Shepherd. That's a top quality finish. The camera
can't even pick it up.
Yeah, it's we know that Thomas, again, like I say, it's a thing we know he's got in the locker. So you can't give. We said it in the first period. You can't give the middle of the ice, and that, to be fair, the first time the Bees have given up the middle of the ice for a while, and they've been punished for it.
And it's the one person you don't want to give it up to. We'll try and get you the replay from the behind goal cam of Brett Shepherd at the next break and play. Malasinski from Godfrey for definite. There might be another assist on that. We will wait and see. Tom will check and clarify. We've got the lucky help of also having Annika up here and Wildcats to a feed being done by Ben Callahan down low. You can hear it between us. There we go. Annika's got it. Aaron Nell and Sam Godfrey. So there we go. We talk about the two getting 100 points, and they join up there. There's a chance for Vitali again is blocked by Plews. He'll go round the net, goes to wraparound attempt. Attempted shot blocked by Plews.
Yeah, it's good work there from Tyler Plews just to stick with his man, not give up the room, and yeah, it helps out his netminder. Oh, here we go. And missed it because we weren't watching.
Yep, he was watching it. Sorry, Nick.
Sorry, Nick. We were too busy talking about the save, but that's yeah. Like I say, it's fairly self-explanatory.
Look, I've told you, I'm not very good at my job. You should know that for now. Face off to the right of Mar. Cats come away with it once more on Glenn Billing. Godfrey tries to fire at the wall. Bullis kicks it out of the zone. Nags, cross-ice pass. Dropped off, finds his way down to Dubai. Held up against the boards. Godfrey able to bring it away once more. His attempted clearance is intercepted immediately. Down over the balance, tries to go back to Goodbye. Maybe just overthought there slightly by the Bees as Glenn Billing gets in the way. Shaw brings it up ice at the right-hand side. Shaw shot, saved by Shepherd. Rebound loose, flutters over the goal. Bees will get there first. And puck knocks ahead to Balaz. Glenn Billing tries to throw the hit there on Rossbottom, I believe. He completely missed. Godfrey fires loose puck around the boards. Pecosdy gets it round Vitali and fires it up ice towards Colby Tower. Tower steps in, shot saved by Shepherd. Rebound loose in front. Helped out the way by Balaz.
That's a good save by Shepherd. Not the best bit of play there at the end of a shift from Vitali to kind of give up the break there. I get tired legs in the second period with the long change, but he's got to be, I think, a bit more aggressive on the forecheck there.
Rossbottom knocks it ahead, carrying it there first. Backhands it back round to Whitfield. Tower looking for an option, tries to find Pecosdy over his stick, but he's able to knock it out of the zone. Whitfield beats Rose to the puck, helps around the boards. Antonov keeps it in. Rose, puck checked away by Cowley. Tower once more at the right hand side. 2 beats for company, he'll chip it in. On goal, Shepherd pushes it away as the Cats change. These are the chances, they go straight through centre ice. Rose passes behind him from Baird, and that will be icing. We'll go the length of the way back. Just Nick.
Try again.
Yep, sorry Nick.
So yeah, you can see you've got Nags and Morgan. Just goes between them and goes bar down.
Bar down, over the glove and in.
Not much that Brett Shepherd could do. This is a guy, he's a talented netminder, but I think even the best netminders in the league are going to struggle with that shot.
No, many have tried, many have failed over the years.
There's a reason Thomas Malazinski has scored as many goals at this level as he has.
Bees will ice the puck once more, pinning themselves back in their own zone. 14-10 remaining in the second.
I feel it's been a better start to the period for the Bees. They got the goal they deserved, and then obviously Malazinski's taken the lead back, but I think they'll feel more settled in this period.
Cats in the draw, Plews fires it down low. Malazinski away from one, back to feeds Nell. Shot is saved by Shepherd. Bees can't quite clear the zone just yet. The Bees feel a little more settled. I do think there's going to be a time, particularly in the third period, where maybe just tiredness is going to get the best part of them, especially on B.
Yeah, and obviously
they've made the decision to go in 4D men tonight, obviously following the suspensions, and it might pay dividends at the end.
I was going to say, decision... Ooh.
Shepherd has to come out of his net to play that, take that away from Nell. Nags loses out on the puck to Nell. Nell once more able to spin away from Baird and Webb. Fires a shot towards goal, it's off the side of the net, finds Malasinski. He gets the puck taken off his stick, beats the other way, and cleared the zone. Beveridge knocks to the head. Cats retreat once more, there's been offside. Puck played ahead. Icing waved off. Beveridge able to get it away from Webb. Llewellyn fires it up ice. Mark does a good job to read the bounce there and take it away from, I believe, Chris Jones on that one. Antonov shot comes in, way wide of the net. Mark watches it go past. Jones can't get it away. Smith chips it down low. Doughty collection behind the net. Looking for an option. Goes down low. Tries to shovel it in from Ryan Webb. And Rennie Marr holds on.
Yeah, good bit of offensive zone pressure there from both teams actually. Aaron now had a spell at the far end, and that's some good work from the Bees to kind of keep the puck low. Force Renimar to a save with that kind of tight shot from the post.
It feels like, again, we said the whole thing about quality of shots over quantity. The Bees one seems to be coming from really obscure angles and trying to maybe sneak one in on Renimar, whereas they've already proven tonight that just traffic in front and taking his eyes away have really been effective so far.
Yeah, well, that's the way you beat a netminder like Renimar. Obviously, he's quite a big unit in the net, and he's experienced, and if he sees shots, more often than not, he's going to save them. It's, as you say, when you can get those screens in front.
Well, if he hears that you've just called him a big unit, you're going to be in trouble.
In a good way. He's about 6'3".
It was nice knowing you, Tom.
Yeah.
Bees the other way, create the turnover. Drops off for Smith, tries to go back to Ballas. Ballas tries to go to Doughty. Good stick in the lane there from Chris Jones. Doughty back to Morris. Morris fires through traffic, blocked in front by Bukosny. Puck takes the deflection off a stick. Goodbye gloves it down. Playing cornerback this time. Goodbye with a chance. That comes off the skate of Johnson, and luckily for the Cats, Renimar's pads are in the way. Shot from the blue line from Morris. Once again pushed away by Marr. Cats try and clear. Llewellyn able to get it out the zone. Fires it cross ice to Bukosny. Bukosny up the left hand side. Puck takes deflection off the stick, up into the net. Play blown dead, 11:25 left. Yeah,
good. Again, it's a good effort to keep the puck in the zone. Again, though, the shot, no real power from the point from Morris. It's a comfortable save, and then the Cats use their speed going their way, which is something they do so effectively on the road. As part of the strategy is to get those breakaways with the speed. So, again, I think you're right. You've got to get the traffic in front of Renimar.
Well, Bebris almost plays himself into trouble there, but is able to chip it back down low. Bukosny held up against the boards now. Morris and Barnes are there. Cowley able to bring it away. Fire cross ice. Whitfield down there once more. Cowley spins away. Back to Whitfield. Turned over. Bees the other way. Bees into the zone. Shot blocked by Bebris. Whitfield can't get away from Goodbye for a moment. It's held up scrabbling behind the goal. Goodbye brings it away. Another shot comes in. That one is so wide it nearly hits us. Download to Balaz once more. Malasinski for company. Back up to the blue line now and Bear. Bear through traffic once more. Blocked in front by Cowley. Malasinski off the scoreboard. That play blown dead. And Tom, it's really been a thing in the Wildcats the last couple of years. Blocked shots has been a big staple of the Cats game. It's helping out the netminder as much as they can by just getting in shooting lanes and sacrificing the body.
Yeah, and sometimes it can backfire because it can, if you don't get the block.
Well, we saw on the Smith goal.
Exactly, you're potentially screening your own netminder. But yeah, it's been a big thing, and I think it's been a big reason why, the Wildcats' penalty kill over the last couple of years has been pretty good. They do block a lot of shots, and it does make a big difference. And it's not just the D-men as well; it's the forwards too.
No, it's everyone. It's a whole team effort.
Yeah.
Rossbottom tries to drop it off for Antonov. Good work from Billing there, back checking to get it away from him. Chipped ahead once more. Antonov get it away from Billing this time. Tries to fire it back to Rose. Rose able to find it off Antonov. Backhands it towards goal. Turned over. Rossbottom shot. Marr sharp to it. Stick to the side. Billing jumps ahead of Antonov on that one. Malasinski drops off the Blues. Finds Nell. He drops off Malasinski. We've seen this once already. Nell stepping in off the backhand draw. That shot is wide. Blues with it from the goal line. Shot for the time, fire cross goal. Out the other side. No tip in there. Antonov brings into the zone. 4-on-3 here for the Bees. Antonov drops it off. Takes a nice deflection. Mogg shot. Blocked once more. Antonov able to get away from Godfrey. Goes to a wraparound attempt. Misses. Finds his way back up to the blue line. Ollie Nag's shot. Saving from Ollie Nag's in front and it's gone in. We'll see who gets the goal on this one. It looks like it might be Vanya Antonov with a tip in front. Off an Ollie Nag's point shot. Renimar isn't happy below us. We'll wait and see on the replay. 30-44 the time of the goal.
As we said, again, you get traffic in front. Everyone is in front of the net, and I think it might be Vanya's Antonov's stick. It's hard to tell. Someone gets a stick. I don't know if it's Rossbottom or Antonov, but someone gets a tip in front.
We'll wait and see. And The referees, there's a discussion going on here. I think it's more from the reaction from Mar than anything.
I mean, I didn't see anything there. I must admit.
Nick, can we wheel it once more just to see if there was anything there?
I think
it's been given. It has been given at centre ice.
Yeah, I didn't see. I don't know whether Rennie Mar was saying there was a man in his blue paint or.
Mar is also quite high up. I think the argument there is that Mar is right on the edge of the crease.
Yeah, and I think I guess what he's arguing is maybe there's a push from Antonov. That's Antonov is leaning into Mar there, but it's hard to say. I don't know if there's enough in that.
Well, the goal was given. We'll wait and see who that is given to. It has been given to Vanya Antonov. Antonov gets his 6th of the year on the icing call there. Ollie Nags, we should mention, also got his first senior goal last night in Telford. And quickly picks up another assist on tonight's one. Antonov from Nags and Mogg is the Bees' 3rd goal.
Yeah, I think it's one of those I can understand.
Doughty weaves away, angle shot. Mar loves it high, and Rennie Mar is not happy. I will say this.
It's one of those where I can understand Rennie being frustrated because there is definitely a sense that Antonov is leaning in on him, which prevents him from getting across to that shot. But equally, he's very high up in the paint.
I'm just watching there, Rennie, while you were talking, and he's still chewing the ear off of Mr. Gerb. Down low below us here. He is not a happy bunny with that one.
I think ultimately he's going to be frustrated, but it's not going to change it.
Cats into the zone once more. Bed does a good job of ushering Sayers away from goal. Sayers spins away from Doughty. Down low, his way to Jones, tries to go back to Llewellyn. Cleared by the Bees up to Doughty. Doughty tries to go to head to Smith. Johnson gets somewhat bull rushed like an offensive lineman would, and that's fired up ice. I haven't seen someone get pancaked like that since the last Patriots game. Bit of log here.
Yeah.
Face-off will come the length of the way back down the ice. With 8:26 to go in the 2nd period. Face-off to Mar's right. Cats receive a warning there on the face-off. Chris Jones wins the draw anyway. Bees able to jump in front. Shot from Balaz. Again, radar well off on that one.
Yeah, kind of across the front of the net rather than
in the net.
In the direction of the net.
Godfrey able to take the puck away from the big Slovak. Vitali is able to jump in front there and collect the puck. Puck goes back. Words are hard. That pass was intended for goodbye. Bounces off of the Zamboni door. Back to Vitali. His shot is off the pad of Mar. The Zamboni doors are an absolute menace in this rink. Bees from their own end. Vitali carrying it towards the shot from the goal line. Saved by Mar. Puck knocked loose. I don't think Johnson and Cowley helped the big Scotsman out there much. But they were able to clear it anyway.
This is a really, I think, concerning time of the game at this point for the Wildcats. They've got very scrappy in the last sort of 5-10 minutes.
Goodbye, wheels in front. That shot seemed to hit Mark high. He's able to hold on. Yeah, they've sort of started panicking. Luke Johnson and Marcel Balaz exchange pleasantries.
It just feels like the Wildcats are just kind of struggling to move the puck from the zone on the sticks, and the passes are not going to the stick, and it's giving the Bees plenty of traffic around the net. They're getting in on Rennie Mar.
It's one of those things, the frustration of that 3rd goal. They don't agree that obviously it should have stood, and now it's starting to affect them. It's something you see all teams do at various points in the year. They let their head get in the way of it.
Just got to settle down and get back to what you're doing well.
Drilling cross ice to Nell. Nell shot hits the B on Brett Shepherd's chest. Fired up ice. Vanya Antonov with Tyler Pluce to beat, and Tyler Pluce brilliant poke check to get it away from Antonov. Beres is there to collect, off the boards, behind Marcinski, but Billing is there to clear up. Hesitant pass picked off by Antonov once more. Puck finds his way back to Beres. Clues on the right hand side, knocked ahead by Nell. Bees try and clear, kept in by Clues, fired towards goal, takes a few deflections. Nell will try and get there ahead of Bed, can't. Clears up ice. Beres off the linesman, takes a fun bounce towards Chris Jones. Jones weaves away round one. Brett Shepherd with a save on that one. Nell collects a loose puck. Back to Plews. Tries to get it under control. Jones tries to leave it for Malasinski. Able to hold off his man. Bebris fans on the attempt to pass. Bees will get it out of the zone. Antonov. 2 Wildcats to beat. Gets sandwiched between the two. Wildcats the other way. Into the zone comes Reed Sayers. Shot saved by Shepherd. Cleared the danger up by Mogg. Antonov drops it off for Webb. Webb moves away from traffic, loses the handle on the puck. Marr will push it into the corner. Whitfield with it now. Leaves it for Chris Jones. His teams take a breath. Plews now from behind his own net. 5:20 left in the second period. Shipped ahead. Nags is there to collect. Waved off. Doughty will give chase. Whitfield will get there first. Tries to go to Smith. Doughty with a good block there. Whitfield finally gets the puck under control. Finds Cowley. Cowley through danger. Finally cleared up by Mong. Able to slip the puck into the corner. He's cleared the zone. Whitfield. Up ice to Gosling, tries to go cross ice to Tower. He will still beat Mogg to the puck, spins away from the Beast captain. So nice, he decided to do it 3 times. Tower still with it. Mogg finally gets help. Good work there by the Bees to get away from the Canadian. Fired up ice, Doughty can't get there. It's on goal, so Marr will have to push into the corner and washes out the icing. Crosby fans on the attempt to clearance Balaz. Vitali in now. Vitali in on goal, looking for an option. Should just go for the shot. Vitali with a good move. Bundled down. And we'll wait and see what happens here. Tower and Goodbye are coming together.
Well,
and the goal is miles away.
Well, the puck's gone in where the goal would have been, but I don't think you can give it. I think the Bees player has kind of rather bundled the Wildcats into the net here. I don't think you can say that Tower has intentionally knocked the net off there.
Not on that one. It is a human goal.
I think he's been rather buried into the net there by Dom Gabai, who is a big player.
It's unfortunate timing more than anything.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have gone in the net anyway, judging on that, as the linesman just leave Rennie Marr to put the goal back himself.
If no one's going to do it for you, do it yourself, Rennie. Do it yourself.
If he wasn't annoyed already.
Yeah, he's just been he's not having his favourite period of the season here, I don't think, Rennie Marr.
No. Cats win the draw, knock it ahead. Malasinski able to collect it from in front of the Wildcats fans. Fired into the low slot. Nell back up to Plews. Plews shot from scene angle is over the bar. Bebris collects as he pitches down. Malasinski tries to get back to Nell. Nell shot, that was an important block there. Don Kabai gets in the lane. Bebris down to Billing. Turned over once more. Balaz. Bees will try and break. 10 pass from Balaz as well. Back down there by Plews as he read it. Kabai would have been a dangerous player to let give a breakaway to there. Bees collect once more. Vitali, he gets it away from Bebris. Vitali tries to get around the big Latvian. Spins the other way. Vitali cross ice attempt Balaz. That tip is wide of the net. Plews is there to get the puck. Finds Malasinski, who pantses the American there. Goodbye, able to turn it over once more. Dom Goodbye into the zone. Tries to find it for Vitali onto his backhand. Vitali tries to go back. Coming together in front of the net between Plews and Balaz. Bees bench doesn't like it. Nothing called by the officials. We'll go with them as the Bees come the other way once more. Antonov steps in. Uses the D-man screen. Antonov shot blocked high up into the netting. And Marr knocks a piece of the plexiglass off.
May have a slight stoppage here.
I think it's one of the connectors for the plexiglass. And James Irons has just thrown it at Chris. What did Chris do?
Just Also 50p for the drop catch.
Yeah.
On Chris there.
I know he watches these back, so he will hear this. Bees back to Antonov. Nags. Down low, takes a deflection. Godfrey will jump in the way. Chris had a choice there between his camera and catching it, and he chose his camera.
Very smart.
Very smart for the photographer. He's already got one expense tonight, as Liam Morris knocked one of his lights over earlier and smashed that.
It's all going on. It's all going on.
Trying to give Chris catching lessons. He just pointed out to me that he made his choice of the camera.
Yeah.
Johnson tries to fire it out of the zone. It comes off of the boards. Antonov jumps in ahead. Turn pass intercepted by Cowley. Cowley stopped by Rossbottom. Rossbottom tries to get away from Godfrey and loses the puck. Tick over 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Turned over behind the net once more. Antonov will get ahead of Godfrey. Down low into the slot. Rossbottom again, as I said earlier. Luck not sitting on his side as Mar is sharp to that one.
That's really sloppy from the two Cats D-men there. Reddy Mars bailed them out a bit there.
Josh Shaw with it now, tries to go down low. Jones tries to step in front of Morris. But he's able to bring it away. Nags into the zone. Fired across Rossbottom now. Rossbottom shot saved by Mar. Loose in front once more. Kept in by Antonov. And Rossbottom is now getting frustrated with himself more than anything. Wildcats the other way with Chris Jones. Rossbottom for company. Bundles him down. Clear that to Whitfield at the blue line. Down low to Jones once more. Tower. Whitfield. Shot comes in. Shepherd sees it late, but sees enough of it to blocker it away. Bees collect the puck. Final minute of the second period as they clear it up ice. Antonov will give chase with Whitfield. Whitfield collects the puck, looks for an option, backhands it, not gloved down by Vitali. Now go the length of the way back to Morris. 45 seconds. He's with it, goodbye, chips it on ahead. He'll give chase with Whitfield, able to get there ahead of the, I suppose we could say veteran D-man at this point. Nell tries to knock it clear. Turned over once more, goodbye. Gets brilliantly stick lifted there by Billing. He fires it across the Nell. No one in a white shirt with him. Arundel steps in on the right hand side. Fires back across the Billing, not quite on his stick. This time around, Nell tries to go across to Malasinski, not again to tape. Malasinski steps in, another good D work. Now Tom's getting frustrated, and the B's able to clear the zone.
It's hard to not kind of have the heart on the sleeve a little bit, but
I know what you mean. As we get to the end of 40 minutes here, and the score is all tied up through 40. The Bees with 2 goals. They got it going early on in the period with a goal from, I can't remember who scored the second.
It was Vitali.
Gianni Vitali off the power play with a power play goal. Sniping one in. The Cats quickly responded, going 3-2 up once more before Vanya Antonov tip in front off of a goal which, let's say, hasn't gone down well with the Wildcats netminder. Sees us all tied up through 40 minutes, and Tom, we said it after the first period, we'll say it again now, we're back level, it's a big 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a huge 20 minutes, and I think performance-wise, Don Gabai will be a happier coach than Aaron Nell right now. I don't think the Wildcats had their best period there at all. It just felt very sloppy, very scrappy. I think arguably they're lucky they didn't concede a couple more in that period. On the flip side, they'll probably be quite happy that they're going into this level. They can have now 15 minutes to reset, and as you say, big third period, and both teams will feel they can get the 2 points out of this.
Yep, we'll be back in about 15 minutes of stats from that period and the scores from around the league. Welcome back to Slough for the third and possibly final period as the Bees enter the ice. Elsewhere around the league, final score: Solway Sharks 4, Bristol Pitbull 7. Brennan Feasey with 4 goals. Once more, see, it's not just that the Bees it happens to. And frantically look around for the other scores.
2-2 MK and Leeds.
In the top of the table clash, it is Peterborough 0, Sheffield 0 at the end of the first.
1-1 Raiders and Hull at the moment.
And here, it is Bees 3, Swindon 3, and just as you say that, the Lightning have just gone 3-2 up.
Oh, there we go. That's a big game up there if they can get something if they can get the win out of that, that blows the league wide open again.
Goals in that period, 2 for the Bees, 1 from Gianni Fatali, 1 from Vanya Antonov. The Cats goal, a beautiful finish from Thomas Malasinski. Shots on goal in that second period, there were 9 on Brett Shepherd, and 10 on Brett Shepherd and 15 on Rennie Marr. Rennie Marr. Makes it 29-19, the Bees out shooting the Wildcats. And Tom, I said it earlier at the start of the show, the Cats are quite prone to playing down to their opposition. And it's kind of happened in the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think the Bees have been maybe the harder working team. As we've said, they've had a lot of shots on goal, maybe not the most quality, but I think, yeah, you can see the Wildcats' passing hasn't been quite as slick tonight and as it was in Telford last week. So, yeah, obviously they'll want to up that game in the third period. The Bees will just need to keep doing what they're doing.
The Cats bring out the forecheck at the start of this third period, being able to get away from Nags. Malasinski back up to the blue line. Plew shot through traffic. Saved by Shepherd. He takes it away. Cats jump on it once more. Dropped off from Malasinski. Can't quite get it out from underneath his skates. Nags tries to get it away from Billy. Malasinski back to Nell. Nell shot. Saved by Shepherd. He'll cover for the second opportunity. And a fast 40 seconds to start the third period.
Yeah, that's obviously, we said the Wildcats need to up their game in the, with their puck movement. That's a much better kind of first 40 seconds of the period on that. Couple of decent saves in there from Brett Shepherd, who's having his numbers don't look amazing on the night, but he's having a solid game and has made some key saves at key moments to keep the Bees level in this one.
The Bees have done a good job keeping traffic to an absolute minimum so far. I don't think they're going to be able to do that for another 20 minutes. Luwele spins away from Antonov. Downloaded Jones, tries to drop it off to Luwele again. Morris intercepts. Antonov helps it out the zone. Doesn't look like the Cats have changed up the second line. It's now this Tower, Jones and Luwele as the second unit.
That seems sensible. You go a slightly heavier second line in the third period. Maybe look at the fact the Bees are going to be running kind of 2 lines more than the others as well. You can line match a bit easier and also maybe take advantage of the tired bodies a little bit with that extra input on the second line. I think it's just basically a straight swap with Reed Sayers and Colby Tower.
Yeah, so it does look like it at the moment. Bees win that draw.
Yeah, I don't hate that decision. I think, like I say, with the Bees having that shorter bench, it makes it a little bit easier for Aaron now to kind of keep those line matches.
And you've also now got 2 whippets on the wings on this third unit against the line, which is Aidan Doughty and Josh Smith, who are not known for their speed.
No, mind you, Colby Tower's not slow either, so.
Cats looking for a lane to Cosdy on the left-hand side. Cross-ice attempt. Comes off a stick and out of play. Flies up and hits the line. Face-off will be inside the B zone. To the right of Shepherd. Won by the Cats once more. Whitfield towards goal. Tip in front from Nell. Saved by Shepherd. Can't cover up for the first time. Just about recovers enough to get the second opportunity.
Yeah, just a heart in the mouth moment there from Brett Shepherd. He tried to just drag that puck under his glove with his stick and kind of didn't manage it. Glove got down a bit earlier, but good work from the Bees D-men and
trying to protect the netminder as best as they could.
Might have been Vitali as well in there, just to make sure.
Bees win the draw. Nell gets it away from Mogg, finds Malasinski, bounces up, finds his way to Dubai, clears it off the boards. Vitali will give chase with Bebris, and Bebris will beat him out to the puck. Come back the length of the way. Just under 2 minutes gone here in the third. Face off once more to Shepherd's right.
Yep.
Won by the Cats again, Bebris. Shot for time, gong Shepherd on the mask. We can watch this. The shot from Malasinski hit Shepherd square in the face. The whistle is quite late on that one.
Yeah, you have to, you save them however you can, but that's I think going to leave some ringing in Brett Shepherd's ears for a few minutes.
And Thomas Manasinski, not the player you really want taking.
No, that was a
there.
laser. That was a laser right off the, as you say, right off the middle of the mask. But you keep it out however you can.
Brett Shepherd in his blue, red and white pads. I know he has bought new ones. We saw them last week.
Maybe takes time to break them in though.
I believe that is the reason we've been given for
particularly if being thrown in to start as well. You don't want maybe new equipment at this time.
I can say, having watched Christian Cole down at Solent last year do that exact thing of new pads, did one training session, whacked them straight on, and they were so bouncy.
Yeah. I think he'll want a few training sessions with him before he starts using him in games. That's for sure.
I don't think fans realise just how bouncy goalie pads can be when they're fresh out of the box.
You think how solid they are when they're new. Obviously, the rubber softens them up when they face some more shots. So, yeah, you don't want a springy pad that you're not used to.
Bees goodbye, tries to skate out Whitfield. He does a good job of ushering in behind the net. And able to poke it away.
Particularly if it's in Brett Shepherd's case, your first weekend as a National League starting netminder.
Would have been an interesting one. Cats bench wants a trip call, nothing doing from the officials. Puck back to Nax, can't quite get it under control. Dumps it down low to Goodbye. Back to Balaz, all the way around to Mog it goes. Mog around the boards. He's still with it. Back up to Nags. Well over loads of time. Nags takes an opportunity, that comes off the side of the goal. Cats able to clear. Antonov can't glove it down, and the Cats will have an absolute beauty of a chance here. Chris Jones, great work from Stuart Mogg. Heavy collision between Mogg and Jones into the board after that one. Both up and okay. Mar out of his net to play it. Can't get it away from Balaz. That could have been dangerous. And that one is iced by Bullis. A dangerous chance there for the Cats. Good work from the Bees captain there.
Yeah, really good from Mogg. He knew he had to get down there and get across. I think they may be arguing here whether that touched a Wildcat on the way through.
I think the argument is that yes, it did, but that was a player on the bench that was still
I was going to say maybe you don't want to have that argument because otherwise the too many men thing comes in in there. But like it was, as you like I say, good work there from Mogg, because if Jones can get that pass over, then I can't remember didn't see who the trading forward was, but there's an easy shot.
Rossbottom snaps a shot on goal off the stick of Marr. Morris flips on towards goal. Cats are able to clear off a couple of deflections. 3-on-3 the other way. Shaw snaps the shot towards goal. Around the back of the net goes. Morris fires it out the zone. Icing will be waved off as Marr plays it. Jamie Smith with it now. Leaves it for Plews. Up ice it comes. Rose. Snaps the shot, that goes high over the net. Out the other side.
Rolled along the ports a long time, Matt.
Cats finally able to get a change. Baird round the boards to Rossbottom. Tries to go to Morrison centre ice. Able to clear the zone. Johnson shovels it back in. Baird collects. Fired across to Doughty. Cats into the zone once more. Holstein loses out to Rossbottom. Doughty and Godfrey collide. The puck goes up and into the seats. 4.5 minutes gone here in the third period. Face off to the left of Shepherd. Cowley wins the draw. Whitfield, sorry, Godfrey even, too long haired. Shot from Pecosny, pushed aside by Shepherd. Sayers can't get the rebound ahead of Smith. Webb able to bring it away. Ryan Webb weaving his way into the Cats zone. Ushered into the corner. Nags tries to play it down low. Held up against the Cats bench there by Godfrey. Cosdy goes back. That's where it's turned over. Smith is offside. I believe that is. Smith is arguing it.
I guess he's arguing that it was the Cats played it back into the zone, but I guess the argument was Smith was never out of the zone in the first place. It was still the same offside.
Yes.
That we already had, so yeah, I can understand Josh Smith just asking the question.
Face off won by the Cats. Scrambling ahead, Nell bats it into the zone. Slightly behind Billing, pucks it on his way back to Nell. Around Nags, shot from Nell, saved by Shepherd.
It's, again, good, well watched there by Brett Shepherd. Just, made sure he trapped that puck well. Nell just kind of bullying his way through the defence there a little bit.
I think the
using his size,
tired legs are starting to affect the Bees' defence.
The Bees obviously running short defensively tonight. And
Nell shot, blocked away by Shepherd, rebound loose in front. Malice tries to get control, another good shot save there from Shepherd as he covers up.
Yeah.
That's the second time of asking.
Again, he had to do well there just to follow that up. Malazitsky just came off the toe end of his stick here. He didn't quite, just tried to poke it 5-hole, just didn't quite get enough contact on it.
No. Worked earlier for one, not the other.
Yeah.
Bees win the draw. Malice away from Baird, coughs it up to Goodbye. Baird cuts a loose puck, fired off the boards, not clear. Billing tries to go back down low.
The other thing for the Bees to try and avoid is these long shifts where they're stuck in the defensive zone, because that's not going to help the tired legs anymore if you're chasing the puck a lot.
Goodbye into the zone. Quickly ushered away, Cats the other way. Morris finds Goodbye at the right hand side. He's got space to work. Goodbye round Whitfield, spins away. Fired back up to Baird. Cross the puck comes. Shot from Mogg. And Mar is able to hold on. 13:26 to go.
Yeah, good. Well worked here from the Bees. Mogg just drifting into the space at the top of the circle. Gets the shot off. Mar square to it and a comfortable save.
Face off to the right of Mar. Once more won by the Cats. Held up. Comes clear. Kept in by Mogg. And that one, I believe, goes up into the glove of Mar. He'll hold on. Shot from below the goal line.
Yeah, weird. Another shot from a weird angle, but again, well watched here from Mar. Just spins the glove.
Yeah, trying to hope for a tip-in.
I'm
hoping anyway for that one.
Yeah, I think you've got the guy in front, and you just never know what's going to happen. You put the puck on net.
Cats able to clear. Gross, knocks it back into the Cats zone. Whitfield goes back to collect. Tower away from Rossbottom. Looks for an option. Tries to step around Antonov. Good stick away there from Antonov. Cleared up ice. Shepherd out of his net to play it. Backhands it into danger more than anything as he finds Tower. Tower away from Mogg. And Tower runs into Ollie Nags. Boyle back to Tower. Got up again once more. Nags, beautiful move there to find Antonov. He just fires it out the zone. Whitfield can't glove it down. Foot rest between Whitfield and Rossbottom. Icing waved off.
Yeah, I think that was more because Whitfield had played at the puck rather than the icing chase.
Cats back the other way once more. Nags able to step in front of Billing and prevent any pass. Bees able to clear. Nags and Billing tied up for a moment there.
I think it's Sam Bullis actually.
Oh, it's Bullis, it is Bullis. I just saw a B on the back.
Yeah.
Must have been on the ice line at the moment. Back in front of Bullis. Sam Bullis again with a chance. I'm going to say slide tackle there from Stuart Mock. Puck goes in front, shot blocked.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how you stop the rush. You just got to get in the way.
All that five-a-side practice coming in handy. Cats the other way once more. Godfrey into the zone. That attempted cross-ice pass is blocked by Rose. Mogg with it. Smith able to knock it clear. Mark pushes it aside. Puck finds its way around to Malasinski. He goes back. This time it is Billing as he chips it ahead. Chip and chase here for the Cats. Johnson. Webb able to clear it, finds Doughty out the zone. He will try and shovel it up to Smith. Godfrey beats him to it. That was turned
It's a bit of a...
what was that?
It was a bit of a weird pass, that from Malasinski.
Cats in the other way, shot wide of the goal there by Billing. Beveris steps off the bench, able to collect the loose puck. Across to Loelle. Fired off the boards, wrap around chance. Good work there from Liam Morris and Brett Shepherd. They keep out the Thomas Malasinski wraparound chance. Malasinski back to Nell. That shot is blocked. Balaz will clear it up ice. Clues plays at it. Icing waved off. Mar will push it aside to Beveris. Can't see the other way. Malasinski once more. Shot comes in into the glove of Shepherd. He'll hold on. 10:23 to go there. And sort of big moment there. Liam Morris and Brett Shepherd come up big with a save.
Yeah, that's a big kind of duo save there, I guess you could say. The Cats' top line is really starting to cause the Bees some trouble with the legs getting a bit tired. Here we, that's Stuart Mogg sliding around and kicking the puck away from danger.
Rolling around on the ice.
But yeah, no, the Cats' top line is just starting to cause some problems against the tired legs of the Bees.
Beveris fires it into the zone. He's able to clear it. Foot race between Vitali and Beveris. Won't get to the line for icing. Beveris has to play it.
The critical thing though for Swindon is they've got to take one of these chances because it's still a tied game and it only takes one moment for the Bees to take the lead.
And here's a chance. Tower skating in a nice shot for Tower through the crease. Puck whistle around. Clues tries to get away from Nags. Tower brings it out of the pile. Ravenet tries to go for a no-look pass. Goodbye with the stick lift. Presents that. Mogg, that's almost not worked. Beveris able to stop it.
I think it was okay because I think the Wildcats would have been offside. So.
Mogg drops it off for Vitali, who loses an edge. And
you are sorry. I almost slipped into Wildcat fan mode there, but I'm not sure I saw anything on that play. It has to be said.
I'm going to say that's Gianni Vitali losing an edge there.
We'll have a look. Maybe I'm wrong.
Vitali is falling before Beveris gets there, but 2 minutes for tripping is the call on Edgar's Beveris.
It's certainly a big call.
50-31 the time of the penalty there.
Yeah, it's what it is though. Like those do get called. For me, it's soft. I must admit, it's soft. But
that's the second one of those in 2 weeks I've seen where the guy's fallen and somehow got a trip out of it.
It's a big moment in the game.
9:29. The Bees haven't had many chances in this third period.
I've done so well in all of these times I've commentated. This is the third Wildcats Bees game I've commentated on. That's the first time I think I've almost slipped into...
The mask has gone.
The mask has slipped and I've almost slipped into Wildcats fan mode rather than commentary.
Baird collects the puck. Loses out on it. Wildcats with a chance here. Malasinski on the forecheck. And he'll go back to Whitfield. And the best way to kill a penalty is to just have the puck because it's finally fired up ice. 30 seconds gone on the Beveris minor. Morris leaves it for Baird as these change.
It was always going to happen.
Yeah, it was when, not if. I'm amazed you made it to December. Antonov into the zone. Up the left-hand side, wheels away from Whitfield. Looking for an option, no one in the white shirt. He finally finds a man, drops it off. Puck finds his way back to Goodbye. Balance winds up, fires, blocked in front. Ross Bottom able to get it away from Jones. Good work from Jones, able to bring it away. Goodbye into the zone once more. Goodbye will snap the shot on goal into the glove of Mark. He will quickly get it out again. Turned over once more. Balaz down to Doughty. 35 seconds left on the Beveris minor. Back round it comes. Goodbye from the blue line. Down low once more. Fired across to Vitali, not quite on his stick. Balaz, Goodbye, winds up, fans on the shot. High hands. Vitali steps in, shot. That one is through everyone out the other side. Balaz keeps it in, 10 seconds to go. Back to Goodbye. Too much traffic. Shot comes in front. Mar sees it late, but it's wide. Back to Goodbye it comes as the penalty is just about to expire. Goodbye back to Vitali. Download of Balaz. Cats kill it. Knocks ahead. Beveris no interest in going for the puck. Icing called. Just a case of poor timing on that one for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think Beveris obviously had been called for the change, and it's one of those moments. If Arundel wasn't already coming off the bench for the change, I think you could almost call Beveris for the breakaway. Particularly being once upon a time a forward. Yep. For the majority of his career, you'd have backed him in that scenario, but it happens.
Don't think he got away with that one, producers. I saw that. To be fair, it's not the worst dancing I've seen this weekend. I've seen Tom try and do the Macarena.
I was wondering when that was going to come up.
Yep. I won't go into horrible details, but let's just say worst one ever. Shot from Mogg, blocked in front, Cats the other way. Beveris collects the loose puck. Heavy tumble there from Beast forward, no penalty. As it should be. I
I'd say rightly so.
Yep, rightly so. Just a heavy fall. We've all seen them. Malasinski spins away from Josh Smith. And that one is a penalty that time.
I think it's difficult for Josh Smith to argue that was. It's been called a trip, which I wouldn't have called it. I think it was more of a hold.
Yeah.
He kind of had his arms around Malasinski's midriff there. But
yeah. Josh Smith really wanted to cuddle, but it's been called a trip. 53:07, the time of the penalty there.
I mean, it's not for me not the call that perhaps it wasn't a trip, but I think it was a penalty. I think he's definitely impeded Malasinski's attempt to get back to that puck.
Well, you say a big moment for the Bees 2 minutes ago. Now it's a big moment for the Cats. 2 minutes. The Bees have to withhold the pressure. Yeah. It's going to be coming in waves. Balaz not quite able to clear when he is eventually. Malasinski, probably the first mistake he's made all night.
It was good thinking by Malasinski, who was outside the zone when that play was made, to just try and get in, but couldn't get to it.
Just bobbled over a stick. Cats in again. Malasinski once more puts on the afterburner. Stops Malasinski! Oh. No, you can't do that as he steps in. Round the face-off circle and snipes one through the tiniest gap, 53:30.
I think the Bees' tiredness just showed for a second there. That's just too much space, but that is just unfair. There's no space at all between Shepherd and the post, and that is precision from the former Poland captain.
You could see it from that angle. It is the tiniest gap between Brett Shepherd's head and the crossbar. And he's somehow managed to find it. Yeah, that is just the sheer class of the man.
Yeah, that shot was, I think, what we call laser guided.
Yes. Snipers are proud of that one. 53:30 the time of the power play marker, and the Wildcats take the lead. Bees with it. Baird tries to knock it ahead. Cleared up icing signalled and will be called. 6:01 left in the game.
Malasinski from Nell on the power play there. I feel like we've seen that combination before at some point over the last few years, and I don't know when. But
I always remember there being another number in that mix as well.
Yeah, it was some Swedish guy.
Some Swedish bloke. I'm not saying, well, like I said in the previous life, obviously I'm a Wildcats fan, and I do have a signed Jones 2 shirt at home. Mind you, I also have an Aaron Nell shirt. See, I can be unbiased in this. Tom's not doing such a good job here.
I'm doing fine, mostly.
Shot from Morris, takes the deflection in front. Marr able to see it and covers up. 5:55 to go here. And that goal might just be the dagger in this one.
Still a long time. There's still a long 5:55 is a lot of time in this game, and what I think we need to see now, if the Bees are going to get back in this game, is some prolonged zone time.
It's something they haven't had in this period.
No, I think that's again where the tiredness is just starting to show. They had that tough game yesterday. They're a bit short bench, and they've just struggled to keep the puck in the zone against maybe a slightly fresher Wildcats team.
Wildcats able to clear, and Morris is back to collect. Swings away from Nell. Finds Goodbye, up to Balance. 3 men in red around him. Billy is able to collect the loose puck. Nell tries to go to Malasinski. He will beat Baird to it. Shepherd has to push it into the corner. Billy. Back it comes to Plews. He fans on the shot. Mog takes it away. Vitali collects the puck. Long stretch pass blocked by Plews. Hand pass is called. That's going to be on the Cats. Just a tick over 5 minutes to go. We'll go all the way into the Cat zone on this one. Face off to the left of Mark. Once more by the Cats. Nags tries to keep him for a moment. Shepherd out of his net to play the puck. Fires it straight up ice. Cats want an icing call on that one, but
I have to say,
the D did play that one.
I have to say, I feel like Godfrey just made the move, enough of a move to say they played it.
Yeah. Tower at speed, tries to drop off into the slot. No one there in a red shirt. Rossbottom collects the puck, spins away from Jones. Cats not quite in shutdown mode yet, as Nags attempts a pass, comes off of the linesman. Fired across the Tower once more. Tower spins away from Mog, who has to slap the brakes on. Llewellyn fired in. Good stick and lane there from Rossbottom. And cleans up, kept in at the blue line. Shot comes in over everyone out the other side. Antonov clears it away. Fired back over to Llewellyn. Cats once more, just the pressure that has not stopped in this third period. Nags again, probably the first mistake he's made all night as he lets Stevie Whitfield through. And in the nicest possible sense of the world, probably the safest bet you could have had for leaving a breakaway there.
Yeah, I think Stevie Whitfield will be the first to admit he's not necessarily a goal scorer.
Not a sniper.
Yeah.
But he's clearing Antonov into the zone.
He's very good at a lot of things, Stevie Whitfield,
from
not
Godfrey.
necessarily being a 20-goal guy.
2-goal guy.
Yeah.
And right on cue, Stevie Whitfield ices the puck. 3:40 left in this 1-goal game. Brett Shepherd with some quick looks over to the bench.
It's good persistence from Stevie Whitfield, but again, Shepherd just read that well. He's watched the puck, he's got the stick down, and he's cut down the angle for Whitfield to try and lift it over him.
Face off to the left of Mark. One by Webb. Back it comes. Shot takes a few deflections wider than net. Morris does his best to try and stop the on-rushing Sam Bullis. Down low to Cowley. Out the other side, Morris will put on the burners. At the right side, tries to blow past Bebris. Tries to look for a man in white. No one there. And the Cat's able to clear. Webb from behind his own goal. Just a tick over 3 minutes left here in the third period. Baird over to Morris. B's top unit out now. As Morris will flip it in on goal. Goodbye, stick lift on Malasinski. Almost falls to Balaz. Big hit from Bebris there as well. Cats clear. Dangerous pass there from Moggs, finds his way over to Nags. Goodbye, into the zone. Again, more chip and chase here. Bebris able to get there ahead of anyone. Mogg keeps it in the blue line. Tries to go down low to Vitali. Misses him. Cats clear. Nell. Has time 3-on-2 here for the Cats. Billing tries to go back to Nell, finds his way over to Malasinski. Malasinski shot, and there is the game. Thomas Malasinski completes the hat-trick with goal number 12 on the year. As once more he fires one over the shoulder of Brett Shepherd. 57-41.
It's another really good finish from Malasinski. He's the man you don't want to be leaving that much room to. He's the man over. The Bees just get caught with the 3-on-2, and that's probably the last person you ever want to be, the kind of extra man off the wing. Like I say, top finish from Malasinski for his hat-trick.
2:19 to go.
It's not been, I think it's safe to say, it's not been the Wildcats' finest performance. It's not been, the Bees have worked really hard and will probably be a bit frustrated, as we said, might happen. The legs have got a bit tired, but, you know, that's the clinical finishing of Malasinski has been the difference here.
Yeah. 3 sublime finishes from the pole. final 2 minutes of the game. The important thing for the Bees is they can't let frustration boil over. They've already lost 2 players for this game to suspensions. The last thing they need is any more. And you can just see that by the way some hits are being thrown in, especially since that 5th goal's gone in. Shot batted down by Dan Rose, back into the blue line. Godfrey will just flip that into below the net. Baird collects a loose puck. And speaking of dangerous hits, Llewellyn has just thrown a ridiculously late one there that has not been called. Baird is down in some discomfort here below us. James Irons.
I would blow this. He doesn't want to blow it dead because obviously the Bees are on the attack, but you've got a guy down in a lot of pain here. It's a tough one. He has called it dead now.
He has finally blown it dead as Mar makes the save on Josh Smith. And just to say that, I mean,
it's a tough one for the ref because obviously it's not a head injury and the Bees chasing the game are on the attack.
Yeah.
But you've got a guy down who's clearly in some pain. It's a tough one for the official there. I don't think I know there'll be probably some unhappy Bees fans that wasn't stopped earlier, but I don't really.
You can hear them from here.
But I don't think I think he's done the right thing there. He's kind of obviously kept an eye on it.
He's tried to give the Bees a chance, and as soon as it was
like I say, I feel if the Cats had picked up the puck, he'd have blown that dead straight away. But
I mean,
you hope that this isn't anything too serious. I mean, it was. I must admit, I didn't actually see the hit.
It was very late.
I was looking. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that's why, because the puck was up. I was following the puck up the ice, so.
As Baird is up and being taken to the bench.
But again, you hope it's nothing too serious. Again, another defenseman.
Yep, the last thing the Bees needed was another defenseman down. At least it's only with 121 to go in the game, rather than 121 in.
This is going to be
He's just trying to see it. You can just see it at the far end there.
Ooh, yeah, I think he just. It's obviously he finishes the check.
The problem is,
I think he
finishes the check.
He's already started the hit, so I don't necessarily think it's horrendously late. I think the problem is, certainly from that first angle, it looks like he catches knee on knee, which I don't think is the intention of Llewellyn there, but it's always a tough. You don't want to.
No.
You know, it is a a sort of situation you don't want to.
It's not a penalty, but it is rather silly.
It's one of those where it's
in a game where the game is almost done.
Well, yeah, but. It's tricky. You're finishing the check, but yeah, you don't want to necessarily see an injury late in a game like that.
Cats break out once more. Shot on goal, blocked away by Shepherd. Say shot pushed into the net. 52 seconds left in this one. Trying to see who's playing D now. I think Josh Smith may have gone back.
Ty Cathcart
gets the first shift of the night. Cats win the draw thanks to Billing. Shot is gloved down by Shepherd, and this is the thing. Obviously, I know some teams will complain that the Cats have got their top line out for this final minute. People will have to remember for this one. This is a cup game.
It's a cup.
And I know I'm going to interrupt you on this one, Tom. The tiebreakers have changed this year. It's games with the opposition, but if you are in a tie, so say the Cats do get tied up with Hull and Peterborough, goal difference is the next tiebreaker. It's not goals in games between teams. It is just straight goal difference. So goals do matter this year.
Goals do matter. I also think you've got to send. It's only a 2-goal game. Okay, we're 30 seconds away. It's probably not going to happen now for the Bees, but you've still got to kill the game off effectively.
Yep.
This is. It's not. Even in the last minute, a 2-goal game isn't necessarily game over most of the time. I mean, I think it is now with less than 20 on the clock.
Seconds to go as the Cats chip it ahead. Billing away from Morris. Back up to a trailing Sam Godfrey. He flips it below the goal. Malasinski backhands it onto the net. Rose hands it back to him. Billing can't get under control. Shot towards goal. Another save for Brett Shepherd as to finish the night as the Swindon Wildcats take home the 2 points in the league and the cup here to keep their cup semi-final hopes alive once more with a 5-3 win here.
Well, not the
prettiest win
you'll ever see, not the prettiest game you'll ever see. I feel the Bees worked hard but maybe ran out of legs, as we maybe speculated they might earlier on in that third period. The short bench, the lack of D-men maybe catching them out in the end. The Wildcats, they played better. They were certainly better last week in Telford than they were tonight, but got the job done in the end. It's what we said they had to do with this being a one-game weekend. Empty the tank, and they did that in the third period. I thought the third period was probably the best period they played of the game, and yeah, obviously the difference maker in the end was Thomas Malasinski's finishing, but yeah, like I say, the important thing is for the Wildcats is the 2 points in the bag. I think the Bees will be happy with the performance given their poor recent run, but ultimately it's another defeat, and that's not necessarily what you want to be seeing.
No, people will obviously see 6 in a row now and think that, go back to last year, again, it's not the worst game they've had. Third period shots on goal, 15 on Brett Shepherd, 5 on Rennie Marr.
I think that says the story of the, as you say, maybe the tired legs taking over and the Cats taking control in that third period.
It shows how tilted the ice was in that third period, but I think once more it means that the shots on goal are just tied up at 34 each. So positives for the night, obviously, for the Bees will be the performance of Brett Shepherd once more.
Yeah, he was solid.
29 saves on 34 shots, and obviously, any goaltender is disheartened to lose a game. But it's another big performance. The Bees obviously put a lot of faith in the young man for this weekend. And while it may be 2 losses, it's been 2 very good performances from the netminder.
Yeah, definitely. He wasn't, there wasn't a lot he could have done with some of those goals tonight. He was a bit unlucky on the second from Marinell, but, Malasinski, there was a snipe from Colby Tower and then 3 really good finishes from Thomas Malasinski. Those are 2 top players that or 3 top players if you can consider Aaron scoring as well. So he'll be pleased, I think, overall with his performance. As you say, it's his 3rd career start at National League level, so.
And didn't look out of place.
And didn't look out of place, exactly. And he's a young netminder who's only going to get better. So, yeah, it'll be a tough one for him to take the loss. But, I think there's positives for the Bees, definitely, in that performance. But at the end, ultimately, they do have to turn those positive performances into results. But Dongabai will probably look at that as something to work on.
And obviously, we move on to the man of the matches shortly. We know who should be man of the matches. We were asked to pick them, so let's make sure that they pick the name we picked. And man of the match for Wildcats, as we've said, Thomas Malasinski is the name we sent over. I think it's hard to argue who the game winner is.
Yeah, I was going to say, exactly. His hat-trick has ultimately blown that game open at the end, and he's had 3 big chances and he's taken all 3 of them. And that's kind of the difference in this game, is one guy who, well, it's not one guy, it's a team effort, but that one guy with that extra bit of quality has turned the game around.
He's always been a game changer since he's arrived at the Link Centre, and that continues as ever as the Wildcats go for their lap of honour as they help themselves to opening the door down low. That's a new one. They go for their lap on it. The Cats are back here on Sunday the 7th of January. Not long, only a month before they're back here. 5 o'clock face-off. Tom will be stuck with me for the evening.
Yep.
And Wildcats fans, thank you for joining us either in the rink or here on the stream. We hope you join us next time as well. I do believe we've got Shirt Off his back next. As Josh Smith is the shirt off the back. That was hastily changed at about 10 o'clock this morning, because who was shirt off the back going into tonight's game? Will Stead.
Always away.
Yeah.
It's always away.
Yeah, the one you planned for is the one who gets himself suspended.
Yeah.
Man of the match for the Bees. Again, it was on to us to pick. And we picked Ollie Nags.
Yeah, he impressed tonight. He's 17 years old and he didn't look out of place, having to play a really big role, with down to 4 D-men. He was playing massive minutes.
A 30-minute night,
yeah,
essentially.
He played massive minutes. He picked himself up a big assist in that second period on the Antonov goal, and yeah, he moves the puck well. He's a good skater, very much like his brother Ed and Milton Keynes, and you kind of see the talent is there. He maybe needs to he's only 17, he's going to get bigger and stronger as the years go on, but there's a lot. He's a real quality prospect.
And for a large part tonight, he helped keep the Wildcats' offence shut down.
Yeah.
Tired legs at the end there, as we said, maybe played a part in it.
Yep.
But another phenomenal performance on a phenomenal weekend for the young player.
Yeah, definitely. Going to say he got his first goal last night, and yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him for sure.
Well, as the Bees go around for their lap of honour, they have one game next weekend. They've got an off night on the Saturday. Finally, they get a break, and they're back here next Sunday as we welcome the Leeds Knights into town for their second and final visit of the year. A team that the Bees have been quite good with over the last 2 years. Hope for some bodies back for next Sunday. Hope that the wheel of discipline isn't too harsh on them for this weekend, and they'll be back to remotely full strength. Tom, thank you for joining me. I'm checking the list I've got. Obviously, the next time we're back here is for the Wildcats again on the 7th of January. Because I'm just going to say it. Thank you, Swindon, for having a broken rink. Tom was meant to commentate with me on the 17th, and now you've got a home game.
Yeah.
Guess what? He chose you lot. Apparently cats are thicker than commentators.
Something like that.
But Tom, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed yourself here tonight.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me come back next time.
And to everyone who's joined us here tonight, we hope you've enjoyed it. And me, producer Nick, and Annika, and Tom, we'll see you next week. Thank you, and good night.